edge rusher for the San Diego State Aztecs, a member of a 4-1 Aztec club. A lot of local products on this team. Off to a nice start to the season. His name is Trey White. He joins me on the Braden Surprenant show. Trey, what's going on, man?
What's going on, Brady? Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. It's been fun watching you play here at San Diego State the last couple of weeks. Obviously, a tough one at Washington State, but the way you guys were able to use the bye week, bounce back, and really go on a 3-game run, that speaks a lot about what you guys have as a team. I know you guys got a lot of local guys too, but what about that Washington State game helped you during the bye week and to propel yourself the last couple of weeks?
I think that we really needed that game to really fuel a fire. I think we kind of came into that game thinking they were just going to lay down for us because of the game that we saw, and we obviously were mistaken by that. So I feel like that game really set up the rest of the season for us. Like we know we got to come out with our A game and not our B game every single week, and we know winning's not going to be easy. So we just got to continue that path and just go into this bye week feeling good.
Let's talk about the game against Cal. What was practice like leading up to that game? I mean, obviously, coming off the first loss of the year, going against the team that was scoring a lot of points at will. A lot of people thought Cal was going to run the table there with the way that they looked, and you guys, did really well and really dominated that game. What was that week? What was that like? And that seemed to me like a transition time for Aztec football as a program.
Yeah, we knew it was never about them. It was always about us. So that bye week, we just focused on us, our fundamentals, really back to the basics, and just it wasn't off week by any means. It was actually a harder week than a normal bye week you would think would be. So we really just focused on ourselves, and we came into that game knowing that what we had was enough to beat them. And after that game, we realized what type of team that we had if we played our best. So that's just been the standard ever since then, to play like that. And we know we can obviously get better. But we just set that standard that game for the rest of the season.
We're talking with edge rusher Trey White of the San Diego State Aztecs. They're 4-1 here to start off the season. And I was at that Cal game. I mean, I think, some people as a part of San Diego State football where you guys don't have control, but they're doing a lot to try to get people into the stands. You guys are playing well to get people there. Really thought the energy in that Cal game and the game against Colorado State was slowly starting to build. Have you felt that as a local kid watching the, really San Diego get behind you guys a little bit here?
Oh yeah, 100%. At the end of the day, we just got to win. And then if we win, the fans will come. And I'm sure like more and more fans will come each and every week after they see our performance. And I just hope they know how much their support means to us. And when they're all at our games every single week, they bring a whole nother fire to our play. And they really, they're all behind us, and it feels really good. So, shout out to our fans.
There's a couple of things that your head coach, Sean Lewis, said yesterday when it came to, Aztec football in his usual press conference. One of them was about the local talent, Trey. And, you're one of those players. You're one of those players that started at San Diego State, had an opportunity to leave, decided to stay. But there's a lot of other local guys that went and then came back because of the opportunities that San Diego State gives you and how great it is for you guys to play in front of your friends and family. That's obviously big for you individually, but as a local player and all the other local players on this team, what's it like playing at San Diego State, and how nice is it to be able to play in front of your parents, making it easier for them, your friends, and everybody that you love being able to support you like that?
Yeah, it's the best, having that support right behind you in your own city. And all the guys that I've talked to, that I've known, are from San Diego, that have came back. This is the best decision they've made, just because it's home and they're being able to ball out in front of their family and friends. And, it's just the best. Like you can't go wrong with playing in your hometown, playing for your city, and having all those people behind you supporting you. So it's just the best. There's no other feeling like it.
We're talking with edge rusher Trey White of the 4-1 San Diego State Aztecs. You're getting ready for a game against Reno coming up this weekend. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit. But, defensively, you guys have been lights out. I mean, a couple of young products. I mean, I coached high school football at Cathedral for the last 8 or 9 years. Got to watch you play at Eastlake. Obviously, Tano Latuli's been one of my guys the last, a couple of years ago. But you guys had a lot of guys coming back from last year, and defenses look sharp in every single game. What has been what has been about your game defensively that you guys as a unit pride yourself on the most?
Yeah, we just got that high standard in our defense. Like 3 points is too much on our defense. Like we got a super high standard. And it's just the fact that we returned our whole defense. Plus we got depth from the transfer portal and also newcomers like freshmen and stuff like that. So we've really been relaying that message of the standards to them too, and everybody's buying in. And, we just got that swagger and that dog in our defense that, nothing's ever good enough with this defense. Like we always got to stand 10 toes down, no matter what our offense is doing, no matter what our special teams is doing. That shouldn't have an effect on our game. We always got to play lights out no matter what. And then, if they don't score any points, they can't win. So that's really our motto.
I'm sure at this point in the season, you don't get to do a lot of, first team O versus first team D. I mean, maybe you mix it in a little bit. But when you look at the offense and you get to watch the offense play, while you guys are not on the field, talk about this running back core you guys have. I mean, Lucky Sutton and Byron Cardwell and Christian Washington. I mean, these are 3 legit running backs that all came from 3 really good schools here in San Diego and kind of turned into a little bit of a 3-headed monster back there. What's it like going against them when you had to, either in camp or throughout the weeks when you actually guys do team, first team D versus first team O?
Yeah, man, there's no other backfield like them. They're all really tough runners, and they all just got different skill sets. Like in fall camp, Lucky was bringing that heavy running and just lowering his head. And then you got Christian Washington with a little bit of shiftiness and elusiveness to his game. So it's just a bunch of curveballs. You got Byron adding a little bit of sauce to the game too. So it's just you have to watch out for a lot of things with this backfield. Like you can't sleep on those guys at all. And they're all like really sneaky fast as well. So, I feel like we have the best backfield in the Mountain West,
Got some challenges coming up in the next couple of weeks. The next one's Reno. So let's talk about Nevada Reno. Defensively, Trey, what are some of the things that Nevada Reno does on offense that might pose a little bit of a challenge for you guys this weekend?
Yeah, so we know we watched their most recent game against the team up north, and they found a new spark in their freshman quarterback. So we really just gotta hone in on our details, and they have 3 quarterbacks that can play, and they're all pretty mobile threats. And I think a thing that we did a poor job of last game was containing the quarterback. So we got to do that this week and really just play our brand of football. Our brand of football can beat anybody. So as long as we do that and everyone does their job, then we can't be stopped.
We're talking with Trey White, edge rusher of the San Diego State Aztecs, captain of the team as well. He is, getting ready for the game against Nevada Reno. I wanted to ask you this question, Trey. I mean, I coach high school football kids, and I always get asked from them, like, how do you watch film? How do you watch film as a player? For me as a coach, it's a lot different than as a player. How have you developed, from high school through college, on how to watch film to make yourself ready for a Saturday? How does Trey White get ready for a college football game on Saturday with film study?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like in college, to be honest, I would watch film, but I would just watch the game just to watch it, like their plays and stuff. So I wasn't really like too in tune with what to really watch for. But obviously in college, you learn a lot about what to watch for in film. So for me, throughout the week, I'll just start by just straight up watching the game, or I'll watch their games on when they play on Saturdays if we have an earlier game. So I'll watch those games. And then throughout the week, I'll start breaking down more of their tendencies, like from the O-line. I really pay attention more to the O-line, running backs, and tight ends, because that's going to be a huge tell in like what type of run game that we're going to get. So I usually look at that earlier in the week. And then once it gets towards later in the week, I'll start looking at the pass sets from the O-line and seeing what moves would win on them. And really just kind of developing a pass rush plan against those guys to try to get to the quarterback on third downs. But you can't rush the passer until you stop the run. So I feel like looking at the run plays, like the top run plays at first, and kind of studying those hard is the best way to go to start off. Then you can get into the third downs and what your job is, seeing what the quarterback is. Is he a scrambler? Is he just a sit in the pocket type of guy? How deep is his drop? So there's a lot of little tendencies and things that you can look for on film that can help you throughout game day.
What's more difficult to go against in the college? I mean, the college is a little bit different because guys do like to run a little bit, but pocket passers that are hard to bring down, or mobile guys that run all over the place.
Well, I like pocket passers better. I feel like I'm pretty good at tackling, so whenever I get the opportunity to go against guys that aren't as mobile, I'll take that opportunity. But obviously, I'm not running from anything. If we go against a mobile guy, we go against a mobile guy. That Colorado State quarterback was running a good amount against us, and I brought him down a couple times. So, I'm not really worried about that. As long as I do my job and make the plays that come to me, that's all that matters.
I'm sure you guys are focused one game at a time, off to a 4-1 start. Schedule's playing out where, you guys could potentially have a chance to make a little run at this thing, and last year, obviously not the results you wanted, outside noise saying you guys can't do it. You guys are putting together and saying a lot of, proving a lot of the haters wrong about Aztec football. I was able to talk to some of your players during the offseason. They said this team is a little bit more special than what we're being picked to do. You're starting to see some of the results go so far, but for you guys, what's the mindset? You got 7 games left. You see a potential Mountain West championship goal in front of you. How do you guys stay with it week by week for the next 7 weeks?
Yeah, it's really just like you said, week by week. We can't move on to the next opponent, and our team already knew what type of team we had. Our goal was never to win just 6 games or be better than last year. Our goal was to win the Mountain West championship. So it's really not proving other people wrong. It's proving ourselves right. And we've been saying this throughout all fall camp, all winter, throughout all of our workouts. Like, this team is special. There's just something different about this team. Like, everybody's bought in and everybody has that hunger. And, I was just laughing at media day because they said we're only going to win like 4 or 4.5 games or whatever. We're already at that win total, and it's not even halfway through the season. So I guess we're kind of already proving ourselves right. We just got to stay consistent and just keep doing us, keep being us, and we'll be fine.
Well, keep it going, Trey. You're putting together some good numbers individually. Your team's playing at a high level, and blow through that whatever win total they gave you, and show what Aztec football is all about. A lot of San Diego kids on the team. You guys are doing a great job representing the city. Appreciate the time, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me on. Thank you.